Greetings, hello, welcome on in to another weekly recap of World of Warcraft. Now, as you guys know, and you probably are like, whoa, what's going on? We're in a different location. Now, if you watch my daily videos, you'll notice that we're in the closet. And I wanted to bring the weekly videos in the closet because I wanted to change a couple different things. So if you end up liking this format, definitely let me know. Now, there's a couple things before we dive into the news. We have about 5 articles to discuss today. Before we get into that, though, obviously, new location. Let me know how it goes. Well, technically it's not new, right, because I do all my videos in here, but new for the weekly videos. Also, to join the spotters in retail. We are looking forward to 11.2, which we're actually going to be talking about today. And we are looking for more raiders, right? We did not get AOTC this tier. Well, technically not yet. Maybe this year. Maybe, we will get it in this tier. Who knows? But we're hoping to really push for it next season, for Season 3. So if you want to join us in raiding or any other activities, let me know in the comments below or in-game. Also, too, today we are starting, actually technically yesterday, the Mists of Pandaria Classic servers went live, and we have our new leveling event going on from level 85 to 90. So if you're wanting to participate, definitely let me know too. It's not too late to jump in. But let's stop yapping and let's get right into the news, guys. Alrighty, guys, now the first piece of news I want to talk about has to do with Legion Remix. Now, as you guys know, Legion Remix is going to be our next remix that we're going to be getting. Now, we don't know when we're getting it. We don't really have that much details about it, but we did find out some more information about Legion Remix I want to share with you. Now, it's nothing too crazy. It's actually a restriction of what we're not going to get inside of Legion Remix, which actually, if you haven't noticed, has some controversial things occurring. So Blizzard came out with a blue post saying that the Legion artifact weapon appearances will not be available inside the remix. They are only going to be accessible in retail through the Mage Tower. Now, there's also a couple of different things also regarding PvP that won't be available. Now, some people are upset about this, right? Now, again, it goes in the big debate between elitism, right? Having these elite items that only certain people will have, versus everyone should have access to these weapons at all times, and transmogs and all these different whatever it may be to collect. Now, obviously, I'm a type of person that, I do believe that there needs to be some hard to get items inside of World of Warcraft. And yeah, some systems do take away from it, but it's kind of weird that these artifact skins are not going to be inside of Remix when it's about Legion, right? So it's weird that they're taking away. Now, again, this has definitely been a huge debate in the community, so I just wanted to bring this up to you guys. Again, we don't have any official dates for Legion Remix, but again, there's some controversy already with the game mode. Now, again, this didn't happen with Mists of Pandaria Classic and Remix as well, so it looks like Legion's already causing some waves, but obviously, again, some people are on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. Again, I don't really have a big preference about it, but some people are upset that it's not going to be available because obviously the things that you unlock in Remix will be unlocked for main retail. So it's not like it's a totally separate system. It just works just like MoP Remix as well. So it's definitely, if we had access to those skins, it would be unlocked for our main characters. So I can see why they're not doing it, but also I can see, why would they restrict it at all? But again, what's your thoughts about this? Again, this is probably the most controversial piece of this week, so who knows. Alrighty, guys, now let's talk about, there's a new mount and a new pet on the market, but it's because it's part of the 6-month deal. Now, as you guys know, with World of Warcraft, we have 3 different type of sub that we can get, right? Now, obviously, we have the monthly sub, which is around $15. We can get the 6-month sub, where we pay for 6 months at a time, and it's still a bit cheaper. I think it's around $13 or $14. And then we can actually buy a whole year of World of Warcraft for even cheaper, right? Again, you buy it in bulk, you get a little bit of price discount, right? Now, I currently have the 6 months deal. Again, I never really upgraded to the 12-month deal. That's because, again, I didn't really see the point. But again, I'm playing World of Warcraft every single day mostly, so it really would make sense if I would get that, because I'm addicted, and of course, since you're watching this, you are too. Now, again, we have a new mount, right? Obviously, this mount, the name of it, I have my handy dandy notebook here, is the Herald of Sa'bak mount. And we also have a new pet called the Sa'bak favored pet, right? So it's just a nice little pet that the mount loves. And this mount and pet looks amazing. They never miss on these store mounts. Again, usually the in-game mounts lack in detail, but the store mounts and the 6-month deal, again, these are supposed to entice people into buying these mounts. Now, obviously, if you don't have the 6-month plan or the 12-month plan, you can still buy these mounts and pets at the normal rates, right? So obviously mounts are $25 on the store, as well as the pet is $10. Now, would it be easier to get the 6-month deal? Absolutely. But again, that's your money, your choice. But I just wanted to present this to you guys. Again, a new 6-month deal. Usually we get a new deal about every 6 months. So once, 2 every year, of roughly, I don't really know the details there, but we roughly get about 2 to 3 of these amounts per year or so. But surprisingly, I haven't received it yet, which I pay for 6 months at a time. So we'll have to ask Blizzard about that for sure. Alrighty guys, let's go and yap about Midnight. Now, as you guys know, we have Midnight coming out after the War Within. That's going to be the 2nd expansion in the World Soul Saga. But we knew that Gamescom in August, we were going to see a reveal of this expansion, right? Now we know that on August 19th, we'll be able to see the opening cinematic of Midnight and gameplay overview. Again, usually the standard, first looks out of a new expansion, right? Usually they show the rendered cinematic of the general themes, right, with the War Within, with Anduin and Thrall. And then obviously then we get some gameplay overviews, all the new systems being added in, right? All that type of stuff. So August 19th is the day that we'll be able to see what is next in the pipeline and to see where the story is going in Midnight in the World Soul Saga. Now, obviously, we got some new art too, which is pretty crazy. It shows a bunch of void-esque creatures invading an area. Now, we're making a lot of assumptions here of the background. It looks like we're seeing a lot of architecture that we see in northern eastern kingdoms with the Blood Elves. So it looks like we might be seeing a giant invasion. It would be really cool to see. Maybe the pre-patch is actually like a Legion invasion, but this is a void invasion. So again, August 19th, we'll get to see exactly when this is hopefully coming out, and also some more details about this. So I'm excited, but definitely mark your calendars. You're going to want to be there. Alright guys, now this next piece of news is really going to be a big thing for people who really enjoy Mythic Plus. Now before, in our previous systems, right, with Valor Stones, which is a way to upgrade your items, by the way, you would have a max of 2,000. Now, say, for example, you're going between seasons, right, as we do, those Valor Stones would be eliminated, right? You would start the new season off with 0 Valor Stones. But now, we're having a huge systematic change to all this, right? So, starting in Season 3, 11.2, we're going to see Valor Stones transfer between seasons. That means that right now, if you have 2,000 Valor Stones in Season 2 sitting there, just waiting, when you log into Season 3, you'll have 2,000 Valor Stones waiting for you. What does that mean? That means you can upgrade some gear, right? You get some crests, and you can upgrade some gear right out of the gate, just jump into some content and go a little bit further the first week, right? So that's awesome. I love this type of thing, right? I want them to continue this trend of making seasons a lot more fun, right? Remove the crest cap, right? Again, they do that at the latter end of the seasons, but let's do that for the whole seasons. Let me go bonkers. Let me go and just go crazy with it if I want to, or as slow as possible. It's up to me. Let's just get rid of that handicap, right? And also, to make Valor Stones Warband transferable throughout the whole season. I think those are 2 more things that they can add to this that will really make the system great. But I'm glad to see that one of my requests, and one of the biggest requests from the community, to actually be making into the game. So again, starting Season 3, 11.2, Valor Stones will not reset, so that means that your hard work in Season 2 will pay off in Season 3. Alright guys, now for the last piece of news I have for today has to do with another update to the banking system. Now last week I did present to you guys that we were going to have a new banking system in 11.2. Now it's been officially confirmed, by the way, so that's one piece of news. It's been officially confirmed by Blizzard that we're having a new banking system with all, like, just think of the Warband bank transferred to your bank, right? So basically you're gonna have your bank and your Warband bank. But where does that leave the reagent bank and the void storage? We didn't really know what was going to happen with that. We thought we were going to just continue having that, but it looks like Blizzard has decided that in 11.2 those systems are going to be eliminated. That means no more void storage. That means no more reagent bank. basically your bank will kind of take the spot of all those things. Now it's going to give us a lot more item slots, so don't think it's just going to be small, right? Because right now with our normal bank, we have bags in there right now, but now with this new system coming 11.2, we're going to have it just act like the warband bank, which is going to be a lot more slots for us. Now again, void storage, I never really use it, because remember, to use void storage you have to pay for every transfer or withdrawal that you have for that system. So it's definitely kind of an outdated system. I'm glad to see it go, because I don't really use it. The only thing that I really did use it for was storing my old legendaries. Now obviously I'll have my bank to do that. But I wanted to update you this because obviously we know that it's officially confirmed. Last time it was a little bit up in the air because we saw it in that it was data mined and Blizzard didn't make an official post about it. So now it's official. And also we have the reagent bank and the void storage systems just totally gone in 11.2. So definitely interesting. But I'll definitely keep you updated if there's any more changes to the system, because again, it looks like it's an evolving system. Alrighty guys, that is it for all the news for this week. I'd like to thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I love reporting the news here. And again, we just change up the way that we do the thing here for the weekly update, so let me know if you enjoy it. Again, a little bit different editing techniques as well as location, so I definitely wanted to change it up a bit. I am happier here in the closet doing the content, so hopefully you guys are happier as well. Again, I am Unoptimized Fool. I do daily content on my main channel on X and YouTube about World of Warcraft. I talk about exactly what this stuff is, except more, a little bit more detail. I like to obviously get all the important stuff here in this video, but there's times where I go into a little bit of a deeper dives and also some topics that don't make the weekly show here. Now, if there's something that you thought should have made the weekly show, let me know in the comments, or just let me know somewhere that you know me right from, and then I can add it to the next week's episode. Because again, I sometimes miss stuff or maybe not deem it as important, but if you convince me, I'll add it in. Also, guys, I'd like to thank the spotters for letting me yap about World of Warcraft each week on their platform. Again, I am Unoptimized Fool. I'll see you guys next week.